is he usually teaches the person to do better. To
then why are you where you're at, Shanny? If God teaches people to do better, then why are you where you at? All right, let's get into this.
So let's get to the messy part of this video.
Here we go.
BGTV. I finally say your name after putting in your place like 2 years ago. Now you want my attention again? I don't understand why. I think we established last time I said anything about you of what kind of hypocrite you were. Because though you got on my case for saying the N-word a few times in my lifetime.
Okay.
You, on the other hand, say the N-word like every few words.
Really, I do?
So how can you get on someone's case for saying the N-word when you use it on the regular?
Okay.
Makes you really fucking stupid.
Okay, so Shanny, let me tell you, first off, let's get into this. The whole reason I ended up talking about you is because what you said to G-Man, right? And I wasn't trying to defend G-Man. I don't like him, and he doesn't like me, right? But the thing is that G-Man is a black man just like I am. So when you were calling him a nigger, right? And you were saying I don't owe you shit, nigger, right? And things of that nature, that pissed me off because I know if you're going to talk to him like that, and you were saying other negative, disgusting things about Drag, who's another black man. You were talking about welfare grills and welfare grills, excuse me. You were talking about lobster and EBT and getting steak on EBT cards. Now you guys are living off of the government. Isn't that funny how things turn out? How you were shitting on black people for this myth of how black people are. If you need to look at the statistics of welfare, by the way, you'll be surprised. But you were talking about how black people are constantly on welfare. When I heard you say those things to this man and this other black man, I got pissed off because I know that's how you feel like us. Excuse me, I'm fucking. This is how you feel about us as a whole, right? You're one of these women who like to say negative things about black people, but you'll fuck us. It's real weird. Y'all suck our dicks and take back shots from us, but at the same time, we're ignorant. We're monkeys, niggers. You know, you call us that shit, despite the fact that you'll get long dick style though. You're happy to get fucked by a black guy, but then when it comes down to insulting, you want to call us all kind of fucked up names and shit. I find that really funny. Once again, I'm black. Do you see the skin? I'm black. They used to use that word to call my people, to denigrate my people. My people took that word and used it as a term of endearment. Every group has words that are terms of endearment amongst each other, okay? Right, women, I listen to women, if you listen to a woman have a talk with her friends, they calling each other bitches and hoes and whores and all that skanks and all that stuff. But if I walk up to a woman that I don't know, even women I know I can't talk to, if I walk up to a woman and start calling bitch, hoe, skank, they're gonna be like, who are you talking to? But her friend, that's another female, can walk up and call her all that type of stuff. Right? Latinos have, if I'm correct, Puerto Ricans, they can call each other jibaros, right? But if somebody from another group calls them that, you get your ass whooped. And in England and Australia, they call each other cunts, right? But they don't like that shit here. You know what I'm saying? Every group has their little words, right? For Peruvians, if you look native or you're dark skinned, they'll call you a serrano, right? But if you don't look like them and you call another person a serrano, you might get your ass kicked. That's like the N-word for them. But another guy, I remember a guy was talking about that. He was saying, well, I'm serrano. I'll call myself that proudly because that's what I am. And I don't mind. I don't care my features and my skin color. You know what I'm trying to say? And so, but if a Peruvian that's more white passing calls him a serrano, he might get his ass whooped. Everybody has their words. Once again, the only difference is black people took the N-word and we took it and we made money off of it. That's literally the only difference. Other groups don't make money. And it isn't pop culture to say that word. It isn't in the music. That's the only difference. I'm black. I can say nigga, right? But like I said, once again, I use it as a term of endearment. You were using it as a slur. And you didn't say it. You didn't say it. Oh yeah, Kyoto, exactly. Gay people call each other the F slur. Gay men can call each other the F slur. No, and lesbians can call each other the D word. You know, like they can call each other these words. I can't say these things. If I walk up to a gay guy and start calling them F-gots and stuff, they might fight me. You know what I'm trying to say? So I get to say that. I'm sorry that you don't like that. I get to say that, and people will shit on you for it. But we don't live in a world where everything is equal and as it should be. Anyways, once again, let me say this before I get into this. Jay, you have the same right that I do. Now I know I denigrate people for talking about freedom of speech, but in this case, this is where it actually works. You have freedom of speech. You can say the N-word. Say it all you want. You're not going to go to jail. Now, you can't say the N-word hard while you're punching somebody. You dirty nigger. You can't say that, right? You can't be striking somebody while you're saying that word, right? But you can say it online. Now, YouTube, you might get in trouble for saying it, but hey, whatever, right? You can say that word. Okay, you can go outside and say that word. You might have less teeth. You might have 3 less teeth. You know, the ones on top might get knocked out. But hey, that's what happens. If I walk up to a bunch of women calling them bitches and hoes and stuff, I might get hit. If I walk up to some gay guys calling them the F slur, I might get hit. If I walk up to other people and call them some kind of slurs that they call each other, I might get hit. So that's just the risk you run. Anyways, let's continue.
And now you're being really stupid now by using copyrighted material and banking off it. Again, stupid. and hypocritical.
Now, how do you know? Now, at first I thought she was talking about her videos. Now, obviously, you guys know I talk a lot. I get that complaint. Yo, you talk too much. Well, guess what? I don't get many copyright strikes because of it. That being said, Shanny, I thought Shanny was talking about that. I was like, what? But no, she's talking about the shirts. So if y'all, like I said, if you go to the description, or Holofala probably will drop it. I put some Tinto shirts up. Now, here's the thing. Rev does not own the word Tinto. Now, he doesn't own Tinto. Now, if I took that book he wrote and then I started posting it for people to buy, then you would have a point. Until he copyrights and trademarks that word Tinto, he doesn't have it. It's not his. Now, how do you know I sold any shirts, Shanny? Do you know I sold any shirts? Have I sold any shirts? How do you know? Maybe nobody bought any shirts. I'm just doing it to piss y'all off and get a reaction.
I mean, you really want to moralize me when you're doing all the fucked up illegal shit?
What fucked up illegal shit? I'm not doing anything that's illegal. When your thing is trademarked or copyrighted, then it's illegal. And you have to show, now, once again, if I took your book and sold it, prove, hey, just like if someone stole one of my logos, like the art that I used for the banner, I had an artist pay for that. I can show that me and this artist had a transaction and that artist made that for me, right? So then I can get you to take something down or sue you. But until you show that those logos that I use are his and he made those, because I did the same thing Jason did. I used AI. Don't tell anybody.
Doing things that if they were in court, you'd be charged?
I wouldn't be charged. I would be sued. You would get money from me. I guess maybe I get charged with copyright. I wouldn't go to jail.
And now you want my attention because you keep sending your stupid minions to my channel, because obviously you need some engagement. What do you want?
Shanny, I don't want you to talk to me, right? I'm good with just reacting to you and not getting a response. Now, if you want to respond to me, that's cool. A long time ago, I gave up the trolling. I gave up sending people to other people's chats. Actually, doing that got me a copyright strike, actually. The guy didn't appreciate that, and he found a segment of a video I used, unedited, no talking, nothing, and he copyright struck me because I sent people over there to harass them. Ever since then, I haven't done that. That was years ago. So anybody's fucking with you, they're doing it of their own volition. Once again, y'all, I don't condone harassing them. I don't do that. That's not what I do. I take your video, I react to it, I move on.
A brash, opinionated, dumb, stupid, uneducated hypocrite has absolutely zero integrity.
So you're talking about yourself and Jason, because I have more education than you, that's for damn sure. I don't use words like trafficked or dispensary. I know that celestial body that's up in the sky is not a fucking hologram. It's an actual real thing that we've landed on. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to offend any Christians in the audience. Believe what you want. You ain't got to listen to me, but I don't believe that I have a magical sky daddy in the sky that enacts vengeance on people that talk shit about me. I live in reality. You don't, okay? Now, do I fuck up sometimes when I pronounce things? Sometimes I stutter. Sometimes I may even pronounce the word wrong or read something wrong. Right? But at the end of the day, I will correct myself and fix that. Someone tells you did or said something wrong, you don't want to hear it. That's the difference between us. But let's continue.
And you're showing what kind of integrity you are doing by moralizing people and while doing fucked up shit yourself and not putting, some kind of self-awareness that you're fucked up in the head.
No, you're fucked up in the head. That guy laying next to you is fucked up. It's funny how she woke her crusty ass up today. She didn't even get out of bed and brush her fucking teeth or wash her motherfucking face or wash that stinky, disgusting ass of hers. She woke right off, like where am I at, 319? Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God, look at that. Look. That's probably what Jason's penis sees. That's probably why I don't get hard. Look at it, look. Look at that. Who wants to see that? She didn't even wake her stinky fucking ass up. She probably didn't even pee. She didn't get it. She got her what her voices go. She woke her stinky ass up and talked shit about me. Probably because Rev was going off about it or something. Somebody emailed them about my shirts. And you over here talking shit. Maybe wash your ass before you got something to say about somebody. Come on now.
You want to try to come to me and try to make me feel bad about who I am when you're the scam artist, scamming people out of their copyrighted material, scamming people by lying about creators.
I'll give you the copyright. It's not copyright, it is not, but I did that to garner a response out of you. But like, what creators am I scamming or lying about, Shanny? You can't just say things. That's one of the things I hate about these like drama communities. They constantly just say things. Right, and don't have any receipts. They just say shit. They'll just call you something, call you this, call you that, say you did this, say you did that, and have no receipts about it. Right. And Shanny does this all the time. This is not the first time she's slandered me or other people. And it's just like, how about you prove that?
You really think I give a shit what you have to say? Because I don't.
Good, I don't
Probably
care.
why the things I am saying right now aren't much, because I don't know much about what you actually do other than what people tell me what you do.
Okay.
Because I don't watch your channel.
Okay.
Even though I've heard that if you look down at your channel, all it is a obsession with me. Like, why are you so obsessed about me? I don't even talk about you. I care less.
I'll tell you why, Shanny. Once again, I explained it in the beginning, but I'll do it now. And I noticed it'll come up about my name later, but the name of my channel, we'll get into that. So once again, Shanny, I used to do edited videos, okay, a while back. Then I stopped. I lost faith in the Christian religion. So I was looking for, and I'm just gonna say it, I was looking for black atheists, right? And I found drag. So I saw drag was in this community debating other Christians. And then that's when I found you. Now, originally I wasn't interested in you. I was interested in G-Man because of the religious shit. But later on, after I saw you call him a nigger, that made me zone in on you. Then that's when I found out, well, G-Man was already a lolcow, but that's when I found out what kind of a lolcow you were. How you don't want to work, how disgusting you are, you look, how your hygiene, the way you keep your house, the way you treat your kids, and things of that nature. And it just got worse and worse and worse. And let's be honest, you and Jason cannot stop fighting online, and it's entertaining. And so that's why I talk about you, Shanny. I've talked about other people. I have a lot of other people I've talked about, but you're probably my main source on the channel. Yeah, I'll be completely honest, but I'm not obsessed with you in the least. You're just entertaining. Wait, what'd you say?
If you didn't even talk about you, I'd care less that you're alive or dead.
Okay.
I wouldn't care.
And I wouldn't want you to care, but if I died tomorrow, who would care? My family. You know who wouldn't care if you died? Your family. They didn't even want you to come to your mother's funeral, Shanny. They didn't even want you to come to see your mother and father be laid to rest. And I guarantee you, if you pass, they won't come to see you be laid to rest. But guess who will come see me when I get laid to rest? My family and my friends. You'll probably have Jason at best.
Do you get that?
You sound like Jason.
You get that? I bet you care if I die tomorrow, though.
I wouldn't give a flying fuck. I'd probably stream and dance on your fucking grave, and I'd find something else to talk about. Shanny, you're not that important. There's so many other lolcows online. I mean, the only reason I haven't talked about Naked and Laughing because she hasn't done nothing crazy in a while. You know what I'm trying to say? There's tons of other people. But here's the thing. My audience likes watching me talk about you. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's kind of hard to push your audience to watching other people.
I bet you try to maximize profit on that.
I definitely would. If you had died and somehow they streamed the video, I would stream your funeral. Fuck you. Okay? I would stream your funeral, Shanny. And I would do a video saying, hey, guess who died today? Guess who's a giant fat corpse just bloated and decaying right now? You, right? And I don't care if anybody doesn't like that I said that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because you're a terrible person, Shanny. And you're a terrible person, and you're killing yourself slowly with food. You know what I'm trying to say? So you damn right, if I found out you was dead, I would talk about it.
Because that's the type of person you are.
Yes.
You're a grifter.
Okay.
And though you may point, oh, she's trying to take money from people.
Do you know what a grifter is? I had somebody pop in my chat, in my comments, because I was asking people to like, share, and subscribe. So because I'm asking people to do what Marty just did, give me a super chat if they want it, or give me a super thanks when the video was over. All of a sudden I'm grifting. Do you know what grifting is, Shanny? This is the thing I hate. People use buzzwords and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Do you know what a grifter is? I'm going to read you the definition of a grifter. A grifter is a person who engages in petty or small scale swindling. What am I swindling? Or are you just using buzzwords? Are you just using buzzwords? Like that person in my comments? You don't know what that means? Who am I swindling? Who am I grifting? Do you know what that means? Nobody knows what that means. It's like, I don't understand that.
I don't know if you're actually doing that or not, but if you're trying to point that out, look at your own self by violating copyright law and then trying to demoralize me somehow when...
Then take it down. Then write the t-shirt, people. Take it down. If you have proof that I've taken copyrighted material, then go to Teespring and tell them and show them proof that I did that. And then I'll show them that I used AI to make it, and then we'll see what happens after that.
I don't do that.
Shanny, you and your husband sat there and told everyone that you had lost your keys and that someone had broke into your house and stole things. Once you got the amount of money that y'all needed, if I have to review that, I will. After you guys got the amount of money y'all needed, all of a sudden, oh, look what we found. Oh, we found our key fob, blah, blah, blah. And you dare say anything about me, Shanny?
The worst you've ever seen from me is me losing my temper a few times.
Shanny, you hit that man. He's hit you. He has said disgusting things to you. From G-Man's lips to our ears, you body slammed one of the kids. We saw the disgusting filth that you and your family was living in, Shanny. You're disgusting.
Or I cry.
Pay attention to me.
Do you see me doing illegal things? No. Do you see me going around and doing jerk-ass, fucked up shit to people?
To Rev and your children. You know, are your kids in the house? Because mine is sleeping. Is yours in your house, Shanny?
who don't even deal with you? No. No.
I knew doing this shirt thing would piss them off. I'm probably not even going to keep it up that long. I'm not. But then if I take it down, they'll be like, he took it down because he was scared or something. I don't know.
Do you recognize it?
Hazel eyes. Y'all are ban evading. You were blocked on YouTube and you're ban evading, Shanny. Don't tempt the, I tell people all the time, do not report Shanny because we want the milk to keep flowing. You keep, I'm not telling anybody to do this, but if you keep pissing people off, who knows how long your channel will be up for, Shanny? You might want to stop. Oh yeah, and you got arrested for domestic violence. Shanny, you've been to jail more times than most black people I know. And Rev too, it's crazy.
I hope you smell your own hypocrisy. You probably do. You probably do. And you've been a hypocrite, and a lazy one at that, so many times in your life that, whatever.
I've been a lazy hypocrite so many times in my life. Shanny, I'm not the one, Shanny, I'm not the one who constantly posts what I do and how I live constantly. So how would you know that? You only know like a small fraction of my life, and it's the stuff that I put on YouTube. Even when I used to stream a lot, which was maybe 2 or 3 times a week, it still never compares to how much you've streamed and how much stuff you put online. Like, it's ridiculous.
You'll lose your own soul and sell your own integrity out and compromise yourself just so you can benefit a little bit in money. You're a pathetic man.
I don't know what she's talking
weak.
about.
And the very fact that you keep coming at me the way you do shows how weak you are.
I'm pathetic, but I have a job and can provide for my family. Meanwhile, the guy sitting next to you lived off of mommy's fucking trust fund or whatever she saved up for him, and then you wasted it.
It really does. You're weak.
Oh.
You see how many fiery darts you throw at me, and I don't even move. I still do my own thing. I mean, how long is it going to be until you realize you're wasting your fucking time? Other people have in the past. You're going to move on just like everyone else moves on. You're going to realize you wasted your whole life.
My whole life?
About someone who doesn't give a shit about you.
Shanny, I'm not on here. You stream every day. Bitch, you stream. You sit your fat ass on that stinky couch streaming every day. The only reason you have 5,000 subs is because people want to watch the train wreck. Even when you're talking about foodie beauty, you get a fraction of the views that most people get that talk about foodie beauty. What are you talking about? What do you mean? I'm literally making supplemental income talking about your fat fucking ass and other people like you. What are you talking about? My whole life? Majority of my life, I'm not even on here. My God, like, what are you? I love, you will say, like, she's gonna throw everything at the wall to try to insult me, by the way.
You live or die. That's sad. That's sad, and that's some bitch boy shit. Let's just be honest.
Oh no, I'm a bitch
boy.
Some
bitch boy shit. So if you want to continue being a bitch for the rest of your life, keep coming at me. But you keep showing what kind of bitch you are. You keep showing what kind of weird fucking attachment you have to me when I never really had a conversation, not once, with you.
What is with these narcissists that I have to have some, like, I want your attention? Shanny, I'm not the only person that talks about you. I talk about you. Geek Room talks about you. Toast has talked about you. Carrie talks about you. I think Wafters talks about you. Low Couch Production has talked about you. They talk about you in the goddamn podcast. I Rate Alex has talked about you. Every day I see videos that of people I don't even fucking know talking about you. Hussy talks about, just so many people that talks about you, Shanny. I'm not the only one. So what are you talking about? And some of them, no shade by the way when I say this, talk about you infinitely more than I do. You're just mad at me because I took your husband's shirt and put it on Teespring. That's why. And you shouldn't even, why are you making this video, Shanny? This will make people go buy things out of spite. People won't, some of these people might buy a shirt and throw it in the trash just to piss you off, just to make you mad. And Jason mad that I put that up. That's what people will do. Oh, Cinnamon Toast Ken, a giant YouTuber, has talked about you. I'm not the only one.
I haven't done anything to you.
No, but you called a man who I share some genetics with, who's of African descent, a nigger. And I didn't like it because I know that behind the scenes, when you're not on YouTube, you're calling me, you're calling Drag, you're calling any other black person that you don't like a nigger too. So that's why I'm talking about your fat, stinky fucking ass. And plus, you abuse children and neglect your animals. So I think that I should be able to talk about you if I want to.
And you know what? I'm going to continue not doing anything to you because you're not worth my time or energy. But I figured, since your people needed attention, since you needed the attention, since your people needed attention.
Since your people needed attention? What do you mean by your people? I gotta put my sound effects somewhere else. Like, what do you mean by that? You people.
Oh my God.
I mean, okay.
Since you needed the attention so much, I'd give it to you.
Oh no.
Why not?
You would give it to me 5 o'clock in the morning when I'm normally like getting ready for work. Oh, Milky talks about you. Look at that.
Whatever, bitch boy.
Please notice
GTV. Someone who gossips like a little ghost. Oh, someone who goes around and accuses people of all the change in the world. Oh, someone who goes around and tries to play big guy. Ooh. I bet you have a micro penis.
See, she's throwing everything. She's trying to emasculate me, calling me a bitch boy, saying I gossip like a woman. Like, look, you're being misogynistic towards yourself because you're trying to say that only women gossip and do it when that's a fucking lie. Human beings gossip. Human beings like drama. Human beings talk shit about each other. That's why there's men that's why there's men that do this type of stuff. They're constantly, wow, look at the Lolcow universe with Keemstar and the rest of them. Look at them. Most of them are dudes on that show. Like you're fucking emasculated. I mean, you're being misogynistic towards women when you say that type of shit. I just love, she's trying to throw everything at the wall.
It's neither here nor there.
It's neither here nor there.
I'm gonna go and lay down and
do nothing. Be a drain on the taxpayer.
Relax my cold. Whatever's going on, my sinuses, my allergies.
Yeah, you're always sick. You know what's funny, Shanny? That you said I spend my whole life doing this. But guess what else I do? I spend a lot of my life doing working, right? Spending time with my family. And I can only hope that when I'm retirement age, there's going to be relax my cold. That's hilarious. I can only hope that when I become retirement age that I will have some kind of social security to also help me out in my retirement. But you know what also I have? I have a pension and also I have a savings account, right? So when I get old, I'll have money to take care of myself. Can you say the same, Shanny? Or are you not planning to live that long? That's my question. Do you think you're gonna live to 60, 65, 70? Do you? Do you have any plans for that? What are you gonna try to become a large YouTuber? It's not gonna happen. You're large and you're a YouTuber, but you're not gonna be a big YouTuber, and I probably won't either. But it's just like, but I got other plans just in case, not just in case, but I got other plans for when I get old and retirement age. Do you?
It's that type of time of year, you know what I mean?
No, I don't.
I hate allergies, I really do.
You never go outside. How do you have allergies? You're never outside.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. You're pathetic. Okay. You're a bitch boy. You're a hypocrite. Is there anything I'm forgetting? Obsessed? Yeah, obsessed.
It's like Shanny calling me a bitch, weak, saying all those things, right? I think she said I'm uneducated. That's like a blind person trying to critique a photographer. It's like a legless person trying to trying to critique Usain Bolt. Like, what are you doing? You can't tell me these things.
Dumb.
I'm dumb. Oh, no.
I mean, dumb.
Oh.
That's how I really look at you, is you're dumb.
Okay.
And you're angry because you are dumb, and you know you're dumb. And it's not my fault you're dumb. I mean, you could start taking your energy out in a more positive way, but instead you're going to be the misogynist you are and keep doing the incel thing, and that's beating up on women.
And that's another thing. Like I told y'all, she was gonna throw everything at the wall. Now, because I've heard this a lot online. So because you're a female and I'm a male, I'm a misogynist because I talk about you. Well, guess what, Shanny? Like I told you, I started talking about G-Man. He's a man, right? I think you would consider him a man, right? Yeah, right? I started talking about G-Man. Then I moved on to talking about GP. Then I moved on to talking about Cyrax. Then I've talked about Rev. I've also talked about Cobes. Talked about Boogie2988. I've talked about Nick Bravo. I've talked about Nuka Zeus. I've talked about, let me see, I'm trying to find Attila. From Jewel and Attila. I've talked about quite a few men on here, by the way, right? And at the end of the day, what's between your legs has nothing to do with what I'm saying. You don't automatically get a pass just because you have a vagina. If you're doing, say, fucked up things, people are allowed, no matter what's between their legs, to criticize you, right? Like, just because you're a female doesn't mean nothing. I'm a parent. I'm a parent. I can't really call you a parent. You had children, so I can criticize that. I'm in a relationship. You're kind of in a relationship, I can criticize that. I have a place in which I live and clean regularly. You have a place in which you live and don't clean at all. I can criticize those things. You like to say the hard R. I'm the group of people that people like to lobby, throw that word at. I might have something to say about these things, by the way. Feel me? Like, has nothing to do with what's between your legs. But once again, you're throwing everything at the wall. I've seen other people do that too. You're talking about women. Okay.
I'm sorry, BGTV. You didn't get the response you wanted from me.
I don't want any response. Shannon, you could go the rest. Ugh, look at that face. You could go the rest of your YouTube life not responding to me. That won't do me no difference. I'll still talk about your fat ass when I find something interesting. I'm not Dragnot at the end of the day, okay? I'm not. He wanted responses from you. He sent people to fuck with you. And it was I enjoyed the shit out of that, by the way. I'm not saying it wasn't enjoyable. I'm not that guy. I don't care if you respond to me or not. I can still critique the things that you say.
And all you have is a bunch of dumbass, immature people that surround you.
She's talking about y'all. Y'all might want to go to this video and leave a comment.
Ooh.
Now I'm telling people to go to your channel and leave a comment. But outside of that, just leave a comment.
Ooh. dumbass people you can manipulate who come to me and keep fucking mentioning you.
Okay.
That's all you got. That's all you fucking got. Does anyone not realize that you called yourself BGTV because you were literally copying
I can't wait.
G-Man?
I can't wait for this. I love it.
Your name is copying G-Man's.
Okay, it is.
And then we're going to be talking about who's really stupid here.
You fat fucking bitch. Okay, I'm sorry. I know I normally shouldn't be talking like that. Okay, so history lesson. Where does my name come from? When I first started YouTubing, editing videos about talking about video games, my channel used to be called, don't ask me why, Black Boy TV. Right? When I came back in my 30s to do this, I was like, I don't want people calling me a boy. Right? I was young when I started, so I was like, I don't want people calling me a boy. So I changed my name to Black Guy TV. Okay, and I started making videos. Well, when people started referencing me, or instead of saying the whole name Black Guy TV, they started calling me BGTV. Black B Guy G TV. Okay, and what she's talking about is that G-Man made a channel a while ago after one of his channels. When one of his channels, I think one of his Marked by God, I think, got deleted or it got copyright struck and it got taken down. He made a channel called GTV. At that point, I was still going by Black Guy TV. I didn't abbreviate it. But eventually, everybody just kept calling me BGTV, so I did that. So I'm copying G-Man. GTV is I guess G-Man TV? I don't know. Okay, Shanny, go off.
Who's really the grifter here? When you named yourself purposely to try to tick off G-Man.
Actually, I did one time. I did change. Oh, it was GTV Network. Yeah, you're right. I did change my channel one time to being BGTV Network. I did do that one time. But the reason why I changed it to BGTV because people would get awkward, like black guy, like they would get real awkward when they would call me a black guy. So they would just call me BGTV for short. So they didn't, they felt like that's his name. He's like, I'm not being racist. It was funny. Anyways, but yeah, GTV Network. But okay, Shanny, go on.
That's how dumb you are. Mm-hmm. You know how easy it is to tick that guy off?
Yes, I know. I used to talk about him a lot. I have a lot of. Actually, I have them on private, but if people want, I can unlist them. I have a playlist on my channel playlist. If you go to playlist, and you can watch my G-Man's content.
You think it's funny because you're about as low IQ as him.
No, I find it funny that this fat, disgusting, wart-infested woman is. Y'all ever notice that certain people, I try not to talk about this a lot unless it's relevant, but you notice that she likes to call black men low IQ, which is a thing nowadays, and also she likes to call us like rapists and sex offenders. Have y'all ever noticed that? It's pretty fun. It makes me laugh, but it's whatever at the end of the day. Like I said, it's like somebody below me trying to call me bad names. I'm like a bum trying to talk shit. Fuck you, you a terrible person. I'm like, you're homeless. Be quiet. You're like, okay.
I'll tell you that.
She's technically homeless.
You're about as brilliant as G-Man.
Okay.
It's not a compliment.
Obviously, it's not a compliment, you dumb bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're no smarter than him either. You both probably think the moon landing isn't real and that space isn't a thing, that the earth is flat. I'm sure. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, that must be her
Jason,
video. Okay.
Is that all you have? Is just a bunch of stolen ideas and things? And you put a mockery to it? Is a bunch of stolen ideas? Do you have an original thought in your pretty little head?
I steal two things from his Tinto. I don't even know the name of it. I steal two things from Tinto. And now I've stolen everything from Jason? What are you talking about? If it's so great, then why isn't his channel better? Because he's a weird freak that likes to watch grape porn, that likes to watch women get hurt and torn apart in videos. So he can get he likes to watch, as I played in my other, he likes to watch Japanese grape porn. The real sicko that doesn't like women, that's a misogynist, is sleeping next to your fat ass.
I bet you don't. I bet it's all stolen material.
Oh yeah, Shanny did call me. She probably thinks I'm attractive. She when I was trolling her one time, I had a channel called Black Person, and she like blew my picture up and was like gushing over me. It was really weird.
All stolen things you've heard and said, and you thought maybe it would make you look like some kind of badass. And you have your legions of morons surrounding you, so you think you actually are, but you're not. I'm
gonna be honest. I'm probably like the least interactive with my audience than any of these other YouTubers and streamers and stuff. Like, and no, I'm not hating on any of y'all. It's just like I'm an introvert and I'm a private person. I used to be interacting with a bunch of y'all and stuff, and it just drama ensues. And I'm just not. I'm fucking 40 years old, guys. I'm 40 years old. I have a very low tolerance for bullshit and drama nowadays. You know what I'm saying? And so this is why That's why I don't even like really. I'm not saying I won't comment. Oh shit, LA Anime's in here. What's up? I'm not saying I won't comment to you guys back, or if you tweet me or you DM me to me, I won't talk to you. But it's just like I'm probably the least interactive with my audience, and I don't have a bunch of like yes men or anything hanging around me. Like I mainly just like talk to Nova. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? Old guy TV. Shut up.
You're not, and you're gonna find that out. How much you wasted your life. Oh, yeah. I'm talking to God, okay? Because
wait, she's about to threaten me with death right now. Also, I want to say, if I'm wasting my life, Shanny, why do I have a home, a mortgage? Why do I have 2 vehicles? Why is my child living with me? Who's wasting whose life? I'm not living off of my uncle. You were living off your uncle. By the way, I'm not saying I'm rich and I'm balling. I'm a regular guy with living a regular life that saves his money and made sure that his credit score is well. I got debt just like everybody else does, okay? I'm paying off debt and paying bills just like everybody else. But at the end of the day, I live within my means. I never had to live off of my family. I left my family's house at 18 and haven't lived back there since. I've been living either, I've been paying my own rent.
Talk to God on the regular, right?
Oh, hitman time.
I prayed for you, BGT. I said to the Lord, please, Lord, please humble him and please show him the error of his ways. Well, God told me, I've noted that, and I will do what you say. And that's not a good thing on your part, because God's is going to humble you.
Oh no.
And the one thing that keeps going in my head, I'm purposely saying this, car accident. And usually when I have these moments, and I warn you beforehand, you should take note to it, because things have happened to people after I warn them of these things.
Oh no.
After I let them know, God is my avenger. Take vengeance for me.
God is our hitman again. She's using God as a hitman. You think if God was real, you think he'd like that? I would say that God is probably giving your karma for the way you've been towards people and your family and your children and other people around you. I think that's why you're living in filth. Your teeth are rotting out of your mouth. You got a little dick husband that watches dangerous types of porn, and y'all are both racist. I think that's why you're living the life you're living right now. That's why you went through $750,000 and now living in squalor. But you got the nerve to say God is going to take a retribution on me. You know what I'm going to do, Shanny? After I'm done doing this, right? I only got 5 more minutes left. After I'm done doing this, I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to buy bacon and my other dog Benji some more dog food, right? And I'm going to buy my daughter some soup. And I'm gonna probably get me a steak, and then I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna play Monster Hunter and check on my daughter until she's feeling 100%. And then probably tomorrow, if she's feeling good, I'm gonna take her to IHOP and we're gonna have breakfast as a family. That's what I'm gonna do. Can you say you can do that, Shanny? Because I bet you can't. Let's continue.
Because he's the best at it.
That is true. What the fuck is happening? That's true.
It's nothing. It's not vengeance out of vanity or ego.
Why can't God take vengeance on these people fucking up the country? Why can't God take vengeance on these super like rich people that are screwing us every day? Why can't God take vengeance on these people that are committing genocide across the world? Why can't God take vengeance on the people that won't feed the hungry and won't help the poor? Why can't God take vengeance on the people that want to keep us sick and don't want us to have health insurance and stuff? Why can't God take vengeance on people that are getting rid of regulations and poisoning our water and our air and our food? Why can't God take vengeance on murderers and rapists? Why can't God take vengeance on PDFs? Why can't God take vengeance on human traffickers? Why can't God take vengeance on them? He's gonna take time out of his day to fuck with me because I'm talking about your fat sloppy ass? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
It's more like teaching the person to do better. That's what I like most about God. Is he usually teaches the person to do better.
Then why are you where you're at, Shanny? If God teaches people to do better, then why are you where you at? Huh? How come you aren't? Shanny, I get it. You can't walk, you're fat, you can't walk, even though we saw you standing when you were showing all your the weight you lost it off of Ozempic. What a pleasant dream. Shanny, why the thing, let's say Shanny's right. All right, yo. Let's say Shanny's right. She can't walk. Shanny, you got the internet. Why don't you do remote work? Something tells me the reason why you don't do that is, one, you are stupid and uneducated, so you wouldn't fit the bill for someone to do that. You're fucking lazy, and you want to sit on your piss-soaked couch and talk shit about another morbidly obese fat woman, right? Something tells me that's why you won't do it. You could get a remote job, Shanny. You could get something with a 401k or a pension or something, but you don't want to. You want to sit. Look, you literally made a video about me 5 o'clock in the morning. You woke your stinky ass. You was just looking in the corner of the camera. You got your nasty ass up and you talk shit about me. And I was getting ready to go into work until I checked my child's temperature and I saw that it was really high. And I was like, no, I'm going to stay home. I'm going to stay home today and take care of my daughter. And then I saw this and I said, well, I got a little time. I'm almost done. It's about an hour I've been doing this. I got a little time. Let's shit on Shanny. You know what I'm saying? Why aren't you doing better, Shanny? You would think that after all that stuff that you guys did, right? All the racisms and the child abuse and the spousal abuse and having to move across country, almost getting kicked out of G-Man's house, living in your uncle's house, living in a hotel, then moving to your uncle's house, and who knows when he's getting tired of this bullshit and kicks y'all out. Y'all are constantly on the edge of homelessness. Why haven't you done better? That's my thing. It seems like God is punishing you. But okay.
Of their ways and correct them. So I don't know what's going to happen to you in the future.
I'm going to die. That's what's going to happen to me in the future. Eventually, I'm going to pass away, just like every other human being on this planet. That's what's going to happen to me in the future. It might be sooner, it might be later. But guess what? I'm okay with that. And you know what happened? You won't ever hear about it. Nobody's going to come online and tell you guys that I passed away. No one is going to do it. It won't happen. And, if anything, I'm pretty sure I'll outlive you. But hey, who knows? You never know. A meteor, I might go outside and a meteor hits me in the head. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? A meteorite or whatever. Who knows? But that's what's going to happen to me in the future.
But it's going to be hard on you. It's going to humble you. And it's going to make you realize how much you wasted your life.
I wasted my life. Shanny, I only spent a few years streaming, talking to you. I'm making money off of you right now. I'm making money off of your big back right now, Shanny. You 12 sandwich eating motherfucker. I'm making money off of you, you big fat cheesy back 12 sandwich eating, slapping your husband, laying on a pissy ass couch ass bitch. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay. I'm not wasting my life. You supplement how much money I make a year. And I ain't rich. I'm a regular ass dude. But you supplement that, Shanny. Talking about you, making videos. Supplements my income. What are you talking about?
There's so much good BGTV you could be doing for your platform, but instead,
like what, Shanny? You know what I keep getting from you guys that are Christians, because y'all like my voice. I got this deep voice. I mean, it doesn't sound the same in my ears like it does to y'all. But I remember Brett Keane said I could be a preacher. And and once again, guys, I'm not shitting on Christianity, but I'm just talking about what I've seen. If I wanted to, I could go out and swindle people. I could be a grifter. I could actually, if I was a real grifter, I could say I found God again and start talking about that and start a Christian channel, and people would flock to me because I said I used to be an atheist and now I found God, and I could make some real money if I wanted to. But I have a conscience, and it doesn't allow me to swindle people like that. You don't know how many times I've had people come to me like, we should make some holistic bullshit to swindle people because people believe in anything. And I said, my conscience wouldn't let me. My conscience wouldn't let me do it. I can't do it. I could easily just put some salt water and some sugar water together and color it a certain way and tell everybody this will make your pancreatitis, or this works wonders on your pancreas. You know what I'm saying? And people are like, oh really? And then they want to drink it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And take this solution. Take the solution. It does wonders for you. It'll clear up your skin. It'll make you move your bowels and make your dick bigger. Make your tits bigger, make your ass bigger. You won't need to get a BBL. You know what I'm saying? I can lie and do all that stuff, but I don't. Because I got morals, unfortunately. Sometimes I wish I was like these psychotic fucking billionaires. I'd be living in the laps of luxury, fooling people with stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I can't do it. So I talk about your fat ass.
You want to act like that. You want to be like that. You want to pretend that you're some tough guy to some disabled woman.
Yo, Frankie, I'm Frank. I got you.
I'm glad you took care of the woman who could barely walk. That's why you're so fucking pathetic. I guarantee, BGTV, you wouldn't actually go to an actual real man and do the shit you do to me to an actual fucking real fucking raw man.
Oh, look at those teeth. What is a raw man? You mean like you mean like Rev, that says wild shit online too, calling Chantal all kinds of slits and all kinds of disgusting derogatory terms. You think he would say that if Salah was standing right next to him or right in front of him? You think he would have called me Rev has called me a hard ER, by the way, guys. He's called me a nigger. You think he would say that to my face? Y'all don't know me. Y'all really don't fucking know me. Y'all don't know me. That's the crazy part. I've had my friend in the chat. I forgot what his name is, but he's a real life friend of mine. And I asked him, am I the same guy that I said I am on YouTube that I am in real life? And he said, yes, believe me. And me and this guy have gone to the club, almost gotten into fights with each other a bunch of times. He knows me, right? And I'm not saying I'm out here, I'm not a tough guy. I'm a real guy, as someone I've heard online say, right? And I'm not sitting there saying that I'm out here whooping ass. I'm not. Okay, I'm a regular ass dude. You put your hands on me, I'm gonna defend myself. I might win, you might win, right? I say what I want. You say something stupid to me, I'm gonna reply in kind. And if you try to put your hands on me, then we gotta go. That's it. The Diddy is wrong. Hold on.
Oh my God.
You'd never do that. Instead, you go to people who you deem weaker than you. That's why you're pathetic. Because you look at people weaker than you and you kick at them, and you kick.
She's an idiot. So she's admitting that she's weak.
And you kick, and you kick, and you kick. Because you're pathetic.
I've been poking y'all for years. I've been poking y'all when I didn't even have it. You know why? You know why I'm getting this attention? One, the Tinto thing, and two, my channel is about to hit 10K. I'm about to hit 10K, so people see that number and they start freaking out and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And you know it.
Oh, my feelings are hurt.
You think I care? No.
I'm happy you don't.
You know why?
If you didn't care, why are you making a video about it?
You're pathetic.
Okay.
And I know God's judgment is on your head.
Oh no. Oh my God.
I don't even say anything else.
Oh no. Shanny's voice is almost as deep as mine. Y'all ever noticed that?
God's judgment is on your head.
Oh.
You touch his anointed, you get the penalty of it.
How are you anointed, Shanny? You don't wash your ass. You're a fucking pig. You don't look at you, sniffling all the time, hair stale and stuck together. You got you look like that baby from the old Looney Tunes with like 2 teeth sticking out your fucking mouth, or some like nightmare rat. You know what I'm saying? Sitting next to that little manlet with the brown teeth, and same thing when he's going bald on top of his head with fucking stringy fucking hair, and you know, and he always looks like a hit dog all the time, an abused animal. And you're talking about you guys are his anointed? Fuck out of here. You understand me? If God has an anointed, it ain't you. Okay, and it ain't Rev. You see how narcissistic you are? You think God likes you? God does not like you. If God was real, he'd be laughing at you. Shanny, if there is a hell, and I hope it is, because I think there's so many people that on this planet need to go there. So many pieces of shit need to be burning in the deepest, darkest, hottest pits of hell. Shanny, when you go to hell, it's gonna smell like bacon. They're gonna think, damn, who's barbecuing pork right now? That's what they're gonna think if your ass goes to hell. You are not going to heaven. And Shanny, if you go to heaven, I don't want to be there. If you are allowed in the gates of heaven, I don't want to go. I will stay in limbo. I will stay in hell. I could just be obliterated as my soul just gets destroyed and I never exist again. Then going up there and being around people like you. There's so many disgusting Christians out there that say they're going to heaven, and if that place is real, I don't want to be there. There's so many people right now that will call me all kind of hardy R's and disgusting things, but then they purport to be Christian and praying to God and love God, love Jesus. You know, there's so many of y'all Christian. I know not all Christians are like that, but there's so many Christians out there like that. And if they get to go up there, why would I want to be there? Get the vampire from Sinners and have him bite me, and I'll just be a vampire for the rest of my life and just enjoy eternal life on earth. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm good, Shanny, if you are God's anointed. I'm just going to say that.
Don't come to me ever again. Don't talk to me ever again.
Shanny, I don't talk to you. I don't email you. I don't DM you. I don't even go. I might go in y'all chat every so often if y'all talking shit about me. I happen to pop in here and y'all talk shit. I might say something in the chat. I don't bother you, Toothless. I don't bother you, Toothless.
But I said this last time.
Okay, Toothless.
I literally want nothing to do with you,
okay.
And I mean it.
Good.
I literally want nothing.
You think I want something to do with your stinky ass? Look at your face. You think I want something? You know, I have a propensity to like women that have teeth in their mouth. I have a propensity to like women that wash their ass. I have a propensity to like women that don't have like big fucking nasty rashes and seeping, weeping wounds on their titties. I happen to have women that can't throw their tits over their shoulders. I have a propensity to like women who haven't been on OnlyFans with their little dick boyfriend. I have a propensity to like women that if they have children, they want to take care of them. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's the time. I also have a propensity to like women that I can pick up. That's another thing I like, okay? And you don't have to, and I had a chick, I was dating a girl one time that was about my height, and she was thick, right, as a milkshake, and I could pick her up. So you ain't gotta be, she was heavier than me, okay? You ain't gotta be the same weight. I just gotta be able to pick you up. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, Shanny, I don't want to talk to you either. I don't care. I don't need video responses from people. I don't.
Do with you. You just want to poke. You need your attention.
Oh, okay. I know I'm poking. I did the shirt thing.
So I can call you pathetic again. Call you a hypocrite. Call you misogynistic. Racist, even.
And that's that right there. Did she say anything? Shanny, show me being racist. All I do is respond to your racism. And that is a tactic by racists. That when you're called out for being racist and saying racist shit and doing racist things, you want to point the finger at it. No, but you're a racist. They want to do the reverse racism. Reverse racism like it's an Uno card. You're a racist. No, I'm not. Reverse.
Ignorant. Unintelligent.
Okay, ignorance and unintelligence are two different things. All of us are ignorant, Shanny. There's nothing wrong with being ignorant. Ignorant means to not know. I'm ignorant of a lot of things. Funny enough, I'm less ignorant than you are, but I am ignorant of a lot of things. Like they say, the wise man knows he knows nothing at all, right? And there's nothing wrong with being ignorant, okay? You're just using the word because you think it means stupid. And it shows you how stupid you are, how ignorant you are, because you don't know the difference. And if I was unintelligent, how the fuck would I know that? That's funny. Anyways.
Emotionally and mentally stunted where you act like a 12-year-old boy.
Who are you describing? Jason? Shut up, Jason.
Yeah. Is that what you wanted? That's all I got.
Okay. Almost done. I'm gonna read the donos in a minute, y'all.
I'm just trying to make this more lengthier for people.
Why? It's over 10 minutes, you fat slug.
To be said.
Okay. Shanny reminds me of the slurm queen. If any of y'all have ever watched Futurama, she's like that slurm queen that makes the slurm.
I love that your name is stolen from G-Man's. You pathetic bitch boy.
Shanny's an idiot. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And like I said, just if you don't...
Nigga,